Chapter 1, The Betrayal Begins. The hot afternoon sun cast long shadows across the dry valley between the Fire Kingdom and the cliffs leading into the Air Kingdom's territory. The tension was palpable as two opposing groups stood at the diplomatic site, a clearing arranged with stone tables and Fire Kingdom banners fluttering in the breeze. Among the Fire Kingdom's delegates were Seisha and his younger brother Agi. The two had been adopted as children by King Sukui Taika, after their village was consumed in a great fire. Seisha was only 7 at the time, and Agi 5, both left orphaned by the tragedy. The king saw something in them, especially in Seisha's eyes, a quiet resolve. Seisha stood tall, calm, and proud in the crimson armor of the Fire Kingdom. His sharp eyes scanned the horizon, while his hand rested on the hilt of his ceremonial blade. Beside him, Agi shifted nervously. "They're late," Seisha muttered, narrowing his eyes toward the empty skies. The delegation from the Air Kingdom was supposed to be here an hour ago. Agi gave a small shrug, his expression unreadable. Maybe they had delays. Suddenly, the sound of rotating propellers split the air. A massive airship broke through the clouds and descended quickly. But this was no ordinary diplomatic transport. It was a battle-class cruiser, dark in color with glowing lines along its sides. An elite figure stood aboard the ship, looking down with an icy gaze. He was tall and lean, with flowing black hair and a sharp expression. Dressed in a red robe, several spinning blades hovered silently near his hands, each controlled with precision. Seisha's heart skipped a beat. That's Veratros.
Veratros stepped onto a descending platform, but halfway down, he jumped with acrobatic grace. With a flip, he landed on the ground, his eyes locked on Seisha. The Fire Kingdom guards shifted uneasily. One of them whispered, "What is going on? Where is King Tenku?" Another elite guard took a step forward, alarm rising in his voice. "This isn't right. That's not a peace envoy." Then the horror unfolded. From the ship, hundreds of armored soldiers began to descend using strange helicopter-like backpacks. They landed in waves, forming a circle around the Fire Kingdom's soldiers. One of the Fire Kingdom's veterans cried out, "It's a trap." Seisha turned sharply to Agi, confusion and concern etching into his face. "Agi, what's happening? What are you?" But before he could finish, Agi was already slipping away into the chaos. Seisha reached out, stunned. "Agi?" His brother disappeared among the descending soldiers without a word.
Seisha's heart clenched. No. He turned back just in time to see Veratros breaking into a sprint, headed directly for him. The guards raised their weapons. "Protect Seisha!" One of them roared. Blades clashed. Screams echoed.